Good morning, children. Continuing with sound. This is the fourth part of the chapter. Now, last video we studied that sound travels in the form of longitudinal wave. Okay. Now we know that vibration produces sound. Okay. So to produce these vibrations, we need what? We need a material body. Okay. Therefore, um, the medium that is a medium is always needed for sound to travel, isn't it? If there is no medium, then sound cannot travel, because sound travels um, by sound producing sources, which causes the particles or the molecules of the medium around it to vibrate, isn't it? Now, if there is no medium around that source, what will happen? The vibration that is produced by it will not be carried out. And if this vibrations is not carried out, then we cannot hear the sound. Okay, so sound needs a medium to travel. We will understand this with the help of this experiment. This is an electric bell. This is an electric bell and this is a glass bell jar. Okay, this is vacuum pump. This is a battery, and this is a switch. Now what you will do is you will place this electric bell inside the bell jar. Okay, in such a way that there are no openings in the bell jar. All the openings in the bell jar are closed properly. Then we will switch on to complete the electric circuit. Okay, understood. Now when this circuit is closed, okay, we can hear the sound of the bell, isn't it? Now we will slowly remove this air from this bell jar with the help of this vacuum pump. Now when this vacuum pump is connected to the bell jar. Okay, so when you remove this air from the bell jar and then again switch on the switch of the to get the connection done, then will you be able to hear the sound? No, you will not be able to hear the sound. Why? Because there was no air. We created a vacuum around this bell, isn't it? With the help of this vacuum pump, we have taken out all the air from the bell jar and a vacuum has been created over here. So there is no medium to transfer the sound energy. Okay, so we cannot hear the sound because sound cannot propagate, the sound cannot move in the absence of the material medium. If there is no material medium, then sound cannot propagate. Okay, so from this what we conclude, that sound always needs a material medium to propagate, and in vacuum sound cannot travel. Clear? Here let me tell you that propagation of sound is maximum in solids, it's less in liquids, and is least in the gases. Okay, that means sound can be propagated more, sound can be heard more in solids, it can be heard less in liquids and lesser in gases. Okay, now what are the characteristics of a sound wave? A wave is produced by continuous disturbance in the medium, that we know. Okay, so then to describe a wave, we use the term amplitude, frequency, time period, wavelength. We use these terms, isn't it? Now, what is amplitude? The maximum displacement is the amplitude. Okay, the maximum displacement of the particles in a wave from its mean position is amplitude. It is denoted by A or small a. Understood? The maximum displacement of the particles in a wave from its mean position is amplitude. Means from here to here. This is the mean position. Undisturbed state is the mean position. This is the undisturbed state. Wait. This is the undisturbed state. Okay. This is the mean position. From the mean position to the maximum displacement is amplitude. Clear? Then what is wavelength? Wavelength is what? This is the distance, or you can say what is one cycle. This wavelength over here in your book it is given as one cycle. Okay, this is the distance that is travelled by a wave when the particles complete one vibration around its mean. This is one vibration. From here it is coming till here and till here. This is one complete vibration from its mean position. Okay, this is the wavelength. Clear? Then what is the frequency? Frequency is what? The number of vibrations or the number of cycles that is completed in 1 second. Okay, frequency of a wave is what? The number of vibrations or cycles that is completed in 1 second is the frequency. Frequency is denoted by F. Okay, the SI unit of frequency is Hertz, Hertz. Okay, denoted by Hz. The SI unit of frequency is Hertz, denoted by Hz. Okay, suppose a sound produces 5 vibrations. If a sound is producing 5 vibrations in 1 second, then what is the frequency? Frequency equal to 5 Hertz. Number of vibrations per second. Okay, suppose it produces 10 vibrations in 2 seconds, then the frequency is what? Number of vibration, total number of vibration by the number of seconds, that is 10 by 2 is 5 Hertz. Clear? What is frequency? Then what is the time period? The time taken. What is time period? It is the time taken by the vibrating body to complete one vibration around the mean position. Okay, the time taken to complete one vibration around mean position is the time period. It is represented by the letter T. Time period is represented by letter T. Okay, and it is measured in seconds. It is measured in seconds. Okay. Time period equal to 1 by frequency. Clear? Suppose a source is producing 20 vibrations source is producing 20 vibrations in 1 second. Okay, then time period equal to how much? 1 by the frequency is what? 20 vibrations by 20, that is equal to how much? Clear? This is 0.05 seconds. And similarly, frequency equal to 1 by time period. Clear? I hope it is clear till here.